What's up guys? Me and my beautiful wife Laura are going to show you 5 tips that are going to earn you major brownie points with your loved one. But first, let's roll that intro. Okay guys, so today I'm going to show you 5 amazing tips on how to give a good head massage. So in my career, I've noticed that I keep being told I'm one of the only hairdressers that starts every single hairstyle with a head massage. So I thought I would show you 5 things I've picked up along the way that A, will make you better at giving a head massage, B, will allow you girls watching this to send this to your boyfriend, husband, loved one, whatever it is, so you can do that little wink wink, hook me up with a head massage. And I just don't think there's anything better. You hold so much tension at your scalp, and it's just an overlooked body part, and you hold so much stress there. Okay guys, tip number 1, do not use any hair product. No oils, no massage oils, no leave-in conditioners. I mean, normally when we give massages, we want to like load up with our sensual oils. That's not what you want to do when you're doing the hair. The last thing you want is to come home, get like, you know, your beautiful wife's clean hair, which Laura just shampooed. Still wet. And so you don't want to come in and start like loading all this oil into her scalp. That's the number 1 way you're gonna like lose brownie points as opposed to gain them. So tip number 1, no product. Okay guys, tip number 2 is you need to control the head. So instead of doing this massage where you're just massaging vigorously and her head is going all over the place, you want to take one hand that's actually doing the massage and one hand that's holding the head. So anytime I start a massage, the first thing I say is relax your neck and lay your head right back into my hand so that then she trusts that I have her head, I'm controlling her head here, and then I start my manipulations and my head massage so that she is not fighting against it and holding her neck up, which is then causing more tension. You want the most relaxed experience possible for her, and the first thing she has to do is trust that you A, can hold her head, and B, know what the hell you're doing. So it's a great sign of confidence when you're like, hey, relax your neck, lay right back into my hand, I've got you, don't worry. Okay guys, tip number 3 is do not pull hair. So when we massage the body, we can really get in there and do vigorous movements while we're massaging, but we're not worried about something being attached to the skin. When you're giving a head massage, it's much different. So as you're holding the neck and massaging the head, you have to understand that there's hair attached to the scalp. So if you're just massaging, the next thing you know is that all of this hair is starting to get pulled and it creates a really uncomfortable massage. So when you're massaging the head, and I'll just do it from both sides, you want to massage and then come out of the hair, and massage and come out of the hair. And as you're massaging, you just have to be mindful of how much tension and drag you're creating from the hair. So guys, what that means is if the hair starts here, and you start massaging and pulling this hair all the way back here, she's gonna start getting hairline pull, and it's really uncomfortable. We don't worry about it. Like when we go get our massages, the masseuses are like, woo, and they just like ream on our heads, but you can't do that to a woman with long hair. It just hurts. So you're defeating the purpose. So my tip number 3 is massage and then come out of the hair. Even if you're deep inside the back of the neck like this, into the back of the head, and you're massaging and massaging, come out of the hair and then come back in. And massage, and just give it time for the hair to breathe as you're moving around the head.
Okay guys, tip number 4.
So, tip number 4 is to have a plan. Don't just willy-nilly massage all over the head like you're just crazy. So, have a blueprint, start at the front of the head, massage the temples really nicely. This is the one time you can actually use both hands and you don't have to support because it's the very beginning of the massage. So get in right on the temples. And this is when you can kind of put their head in a vise and just slightly press. And I mean, you don't want to pop their skull, which I've been told I've done on time to time, but you can just be very, very gentle with the pressure. And they'll tell you if it's too much, but it really does feel so good to get that little bit of pressure just right at the sides of the temple, and gently roll your fingers backwards. Phoenix, we're shooting a video over here. Thank you. So gently roll your fingers backwards, and then as you start massaging, then do everything semi-even. So you want to move back towards the head, again, hold the neck so that she doesn't have to control that. And then normally we're dominant with one hand. So if you're right-handed or left-handed dominant, you can hold the head with one hand and then use your dominant hand to kind of massage the entire rest of the head. The temple's the only one I do evenly because it's kind of like a even pressure to squeeze. But now I do the entire rest of the head massage with one hand and the other hand is supporting the head. So I just work back very slowly, making sure you distribute the tension evenly as possible. And you work one side and back, and then the other side, back. Take as long as you want or as short as you want, believe me, just like a little bit goes a long way. You do this for 3 minutes every day is better than 15 minutes once a month. And finally, tip number 5, the last one, once you get done with the head, always end with the neck and shoulders. So push the hair to the side of the neck and then work, since you've been supporting it, you can now relieve all that tension with just really light circular downward motions. You hold so much tension right at the base of the skull. So basically, right where the neck lines up with the skull, they hold so much pressure in there. So just like lightly finding where that connection point is and slowly manipulating that is fantastic. And then you work down the neck very slowly into that little bit of that upper trap. And that way you're working the blood back down towards the heart, and they should be incredibly relaxed, and you have just built major brownie points.
Okay guys, so there's 5 tips for an amazing head massage. Make sure you ask your loved one for one soon.
No excuses, no excuses. You can now give great head massages. See you guys in the next video. Hold their hair if you want, but that's kind of like a more sexual tip. Okay, that'll be an outtake. What? Do it again?
I'm just terrible.
You're cute.
I'm not.